Hi everybody, right, I thought I would give Madden a bit of a break and play a little bit of NHL 94 Rewind, and this theme tune has definitely got me in the mood. Right. It's hard to believe this is like 30 years ago. Like 30 years. I mean, when you say it like that, it kind of feels like the 90s was like 15 years ago at the most. Unbelievable. Right. It's going to be face off. Ooh. Oh, nearly offside. I don't know whether you can do like a full season or not. It'd be nice if you could. Oh. Oh no. Could have been bad. It's a shame you can't like play it in widescreen though. But me and my brother used to play this all the time. All right, mate. And the amount of fights we used to have playing this, I can still hear my dad. I'm gonna turn that thing off. Can hear you down here banging. That's what I remember. And then, oh, here we go. And I remember that we'd have a few games in, then once one of us got a little bit bored. Once one of us got a little bit bored, that's when you'd start really celebrating the goals. And it'd always end up in a row. Oh, I love these organ musics as well. Oh, and then we go, goal. Oh, reverting. And now we're in the sin bin. So, penalty killing 2. See, I used to know all the Bruins from 94, 95. Obviously that they're... Ooh, what's going on? Obviously that this rewind is like using new team. I don't know whether they update the rosters in this game or not. Oh, equalised. Right, can you? I was thinking that you could change. Change side art. I thought you could sort of change it to have like scan lines on it. Maybe it's like or maybe I'm confusing it with one timer. Confusing it with the emulation, because we've been playing some NHL 95 on the emulator, and you can put like all the scan lines and stuff in. But yeah, I do miss playing it with the old players. I still remember like when your best player is tired and you have to like edit your lines so that you had to run with like a different centre for a period of time. So and oh, you got completely levelled there. Let's try the old go around the back. No, that didn't work. But I don't know whether you can play this online. It would be pretty cool if you could. I'm sure that there's going to be some like really good players that play it though. Like I was sort of always an it and hope sort of player. It's going to be icing, is it? So there we go. See, I still remember this stuff, guys. Right, we've got both the scoring lines up now. Because yeah, I used to play it with all of the lines and fatigue and all of that stuff. And when you used to get your players back, it's offside. When you used to get your players back after they were like you were using some of the backups for a bit. It's a nice little one-timer there. But there's a load of these games that's really good. And like I've got the Mega Drive pack on the PS4, and that's pretty cool. There's actually a VR mode, apparently, that I haven't tried, but it seems pretty good. So you can sort of play your games like you are in the room, in a 90s room. It's quite interesting. But this is why that VR is only going to get better. It is only going to get better. And I'm excited to see it. Really, really am. I mean, now I'm getting older. Like I'm nearly 50 now. I feel a bit sad that there's going to be a lot of stuff. I hope that I still like this stuff. Oh, hang on, what's going on here? That I still like gaming when I'm... oh, that was a nice shot. When I'm older and... I mean, more importantly, be able to afford all this tech still. It's like I was thinking earlier that I'd pretty much bought everything that was on my I want to buy this list. I've bought this year. So other than like really excessive things like Lamborghinis and stuff, you know, the stuff that you're never going to be able to buy. The smaller stuff I've bought, and oh, I can't. And I thought before, I used to think, oh, I'm not gonna buy this. I'm gonna save. With all the stuff that's happened this year, and especially with my health 2 years ago, I thought I spent like 25 years of my life saving, and because I've got made redundant so many times, and I mentioned the eating disorder a few times before, that I went into a big defensive mode where I didn't want to spend money on things unless it was absolutely essential. And I went like, this is why I never bought a PS3 straight away or a 360 straight away, because that era was when I was deep in the eating disorder. Like back then, it was like when I was like, I think this is why I like the PS2 so much, because it reminds me of when I didn't have this problem with food and eating. And I was thinking the other day, I was watching, I think it was on Thursday, I was watching some of the old GameStop midnight launch of the PS2, that one with the cube. I think I've reposted it on Instagram before, and I thought, man, those days, I love those days. Got when I had my first job, and you know, I'd been playing. I think I had a Mega Drive at the time, so I'd been playing the Mega Drive. And then when I got my first job, that was when the first PlayStation came out. So that was like the first console that I bought, like with money that I'd earned. Well, I bought the Mega Drive money that I earned, but it wasn't as an adult. It was as a kid. And I just remember going up to the local shopping centre, to Merrill, with my wages, and I'd be buying all the magazines. So I've still got all those PlayStation magazines. And I remember I'd sit there reading the reviews all week, and then on the Saturday we'd usually go out for dancing on the Friday night, and then on the Saturday we'd go up Merrill in the morning. Oh my days, we've lost. And we would have a Burger King, and then we'd go and look around the shops and stuff. And mine was always going into the game shop and buying a new PlayStation game. Of course, a lot of them I've still got and still play. And I just loved going up there, and then I'd be reading the box on the way back. Like, I remember when I got Resident Evil for the first time, the first Resident Evil, and that was crazy playing that for the first time. I was like, man, this is nuts. And my mate had a PlayStation as well. Oh yes, there we go, 2 each. We would actually link our PlayStations together and play Command and Conquer Retaliation. And I can't remember what happened now, whether I used to take my TV up But we used to play it sort of back to back, like you'd have the TVs back to back. Oh my days, could have scored. And it was crazy because you didn't really have online gaming. You could play PC games online, but nobody had online. Like I was probably like the only person in my friendship group that probably even knew what email was back then. Like I would have gone online with. I think I went online with CompuServe here in the UK back in '95. I bought my first PC, which was like a compact Presario. I want to say compact Presario. I paid. Well, I don't even know how much I paid for it, but it came with the monitor and the speakers and all that stuff, and it was like I can't even remember the spec. I want to say it was like a 486, and like you didn't really have graphics cards were a fairly new thing back then, and I remember buying a Voodoo 3 graphics card for it, and I'm pretty sure that it was still like what were they? ISA slots and PCI slots, and I think it was when AGP slots were starting to become a thing. But I think my first oh, here we go. I think my first graphics card was actually that Voodoo 3 was actually PCI rather than AGP, and I remember playing Doom. But mainly I had it for work, for the internet and learning programming. And the amount of things I coded on that compact, and it was second-hand. It was a second-hand machine. Took it to bits, repasted it, did all that stuff that is pretty commonplace now. But yeah, I miss those times. Like when you've had something like an eating disorder, some mental health problem like that, you kind of forget what it used to be like to be, dare I say, the word normal. And even now, I'll eat stuff and think I'll feel bloated and I'll still have the urge. And I think that when I think back to those times, you just remember that. I don't want to say things were easier because they were still hard. The Mondays were still Mondays. And I remember sitting at work sometimes and thinking, man, it's like sometimes when my mates didn't want to go out, none of them wanted to go out. Funnily enough, usually because they bought a new game and they didn't want to go out on the town, and I'd think, oh man, it's going to be a week before I can have a beer. And it just felt like a week took a long time. Now, when you get older, forget about it. A week is like over so quick. It always feels like you're just starting a. Oh my days! He went to the wrong player. Make sure we don't lose. But yeah, it was just a lot of the things that was happening at the time as well, like the X-Files was big, Friends, a lot of the things No, on emulation, yeah. What do you mean by old? What do you mean by old? Like, if you're talking Mega Drive, I've got them sort of. I've got the games, but nothing to play them on. Oh, we just scored. Yes. So I've got the games. I've still got all my games, but I haven't got a console. Yeah, I've got it, but not. I play it emulation. I play it on emulation. But yeah, there we go. We got a golden goal victory. Right, let's see what we've got here. The shootout regular season, new playoffs. Right, should we do a playoffs? Just do a new playoffs. See how we get on against Ottawa. But I mean, things were just more simple back then. Like you just had a playoff mode. You know, you didn't have no regular season or anything like that. You just had. Things were just more simple. It's like the first Madden, it only had like 16 teams on. I mean, Madden 94 was the first one that had a full regular season. But me and my brother played the shit out of this. Honestly, I remember that we had this, and it used to. You used to be able to keep the score. That screen before there was like the statistics screen that you could see, so that it would record each user's one lost and tied. And I would have been in sixth form at the time, at school, sort of sixth form, and we went on this adventure weekend as part of the school trip to a place called Llanrhig in Wales, and I'll never forget that weekend. Actually, I'll tell you a story about it in a minute. But while I was there, I was really annoyed at my brother because he carried on playing, and he got so far ahead of me in terms of one lost and tied. I was away for a week, and I remember calling home, and my brother going, "Oh man, I've won X number of games now," and I was like, "Bro, you can't be playing it while I'm here." And that holiday was crazy. Oh yeah, Tecmo Bowl. I remember that. I think it was Marcus Allen was like unstoppable, or Bo Jackson. I can't remember who it was now. I think it was Bo Jackson, wasn't it? And he was like ridiculous on the Raiders. But yeah, I went to this adventure camp in Wales, and one of the first things we did was canoeing. We had to build this raft, and we were on this big lake where we had to build this raft, and just not long before the summer before, so we went in November, and on this lake the summer before, a couple of young, I think they were like school kids that were doing something with the army. They went on one of these army. Oh my days! Went on one of these army helicopters, and this helicopter basically crashed into the water and killed 3 kids. And we were there like on this same lake, about the same age as what those kids would have been. I mean, you can look the story up. It was in Llanberis, and yeah, I'll never forget it. I'll never forget them telling us about it. And I was like, man, that was just awful. And I've looked at the news stories about it since, and I think one of the rotors went and caused the helicopter to spin. It was like a design flaw apparently in the helicopter, but crazy. But yeah, my brother he carried on playing the game, and I was like, he's going to be so much better than me when I get back. And I can't remember now whether it used to store like the stuff on the card. I think that used to have. Didn't they used to have like battery backup in the cartridges? Like, because I remember with the EA games, I used to think that the little yellow tab on them was actually the battery. That's what the rumour used to be among my mates. But yeah, I wonder. I'm sure that if I put my cartridge back in a Mega Drive, that it will probably still have mine and my brother's one lost tied records from NHL '94. But yeah, this is the one that everybody remembers as being the best. But I liked. Man, these are tough. I liked. Oh my days. I liked 95 because it had the NFLPA stuff. So 93, I think, was the one that it had the player's license, but it didn't yet have the NHL license. So you didn't have like the logos or anything, and it was just well, I don't know actually. Maybe it was this one. Because it's just Ottawa. I don't think it's got the nicknames, has it? Maybe it was this one. Because you had the first one that was just international teams. And then I'm pretty sure 92 was also... Well, no, I think hockey was actually reverting. I think 92 was actually the first one, wasn't it? And then 93 was the second one. Because it was just NHL hockey, wasn't it? But I used to go to we used to have like our own tournaments playing it. We used to go up to a lad's house, and there was about 6 or 7 of us used to play against each other, and obviously everybody wanted to be Canada or Russia, and one of my mates, because he used to go on holiday to Spain a lot, he used to choose Spain, and obviously we would all choose the better teams. He didn't really realise that they weren't very good. They weren't very good at ice hockey. A bit like the British ice hockey team, to be honest. But I can't remember whether they still had the international stuff. But I might have a go. I might play some I think I've got one of the hockey games that I've downloaded. It might be like 24. I might give it a go after and see how it plays. I mean, I probably shouldn't have played this first because it's like this when you used to get a really big body check. It used to feel so rewarding to knock the stuffing out of somebody, and then you'd have the oh, you got it. There we go, equalised. But I miss it, man. I miss it. I should have a crack with my next time my brother's down. I think I might say, look, let's settle some old scores, because he was always Vancouver, and I would always be the Bruins. I mean, I loved ice hockey, to be honest. I've never watched it like I do NFL. Yeah, definitely simpler, definitely simple times. But I think it's the memory as well. Like I was saying before, it's like when you think back to those times of playing Tecmo Bowl and the first Joe Montana with the ambulance and all that stuff. I think we oh, thought we were going to get one there. We think back to it and we go, those times were the best. But were they the best because they were the best, or because of nostalgia? I mean, when I'm playing this, I kind of go, this. I really want to buy a Mega Drive. Is what I want to do. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get like a permanent, something permanent that's able to play the retro arch, and just hook it up to the TV. Yeah, I mean that was all part of it. I mean, for me, what the other thing I remember was going to the local video shop. So this is where I was thinking about this the other day. Actually, I drove past it, and it's a Subway now. Oh no! Oh, it's a Subway now. Man, we're trying to give a goal away here. And I was thinking that the amount of times that we went in there, not in my town, no, we had one far away, but at that point when I was getting games, we didn't really shop in there. I always felt Toys R Us was quite expensive. But we used to go to the local video shop. You could rent games as well, but usually it was one of the few shops. Back then, nothing was open on a Sunday. And it seems weird thinking back to it now, but in the 90s, everything was still shut on a Sunday. It wasn't until sort of I want to say the late 90s, until things started to open up on a Sunday. And it was part of the reason why that you couldn't really do. There was nothing you could really do on a Sunday. It was always like it was pretty boring. You couldn't go, literally the only shops that would have been open would have been like your local corner shop, and everything else was shut. So I don't know whether it was like that in like other parts of the world, like in the US, whether it was like that, but in the UK, yeah, it was, everything was shut. So yeah, well, it will be. It'll all be like that soon. It'll all be like not selling the PS Pro with the disc drive. I wouldn't be surprised if this is the last generation. I mean, it makes sense, but I'm going to miss it. I'm going to miss not having physical games. It's horrible now when I go into game, and it's just a different landscape. Like they don't really sell games, or like I used to pre-order a lot of games, and they're just not very good at doing the simple things anymore. A lot of these game shops. Oh my days! Ugh. Declare. But yeah, I mean, it was nice. I think that's the memory that I have, like sitting down next to my brother, and even back to when we had the Spectrum, the ZX Spectrum. I used to love watching my brother play. He used to play Wonder Boy, the football games, football management games, and I'd watch him for hours playing Wonder Boy, and getting annoyed because of the collision detection. But you can't know. I don't think you can know. I mean, back in the day, you didn't really have what you have now where games don't work. Because they tested them. So you didn't really have this problem that you get now where games are launched early, broken, to meet deadlines, knowing that they can be patched. That's why everything's got a day one patch now. So every game that gets released is just broke out of the box when you buy it. Oh, we're gonna lose this. Oh. I always hated scoring downhill as well. About the defenseman. It's going to be difficult to come back from this. Oh, I don't know where he's going. Oh, bit like Madden there, getting caught up on my own players. Gonna have to come from behind here. It's like they're not going where I need them to go. That was a nice meaty shot. Oh, that was a nice one-timer. Oh, we're getting slaughtered now. I don't think there's any way back. The Ottawa were like a good team at the moment or something. Because it feels like they're pretty tasty. Is that to me? No, that's to them. Oh. Yeah, I was thinking about giving another game a go. I was thinking either the baseball game, because I've never really played. The last baseball game I really played was RBI Baseball on the Spectrum. That's how long ago it is since I played a baseball game. But basketball, I used to like NBA 96. I've tried the new one. I just can't get on with it. I don't understand the controls. I think I like the. It's like when I play the new NHL game. I always go with the NHL 94 controls. Or 93, I forget what they're called. Which one it is now? Are you kidding me? What's going on here? Just stop moving. Stopped. Yeah, we're struggling here. Oh, what a check! I mean, we're not gonna win from here, are we? Oh my life! And they were short-handed as well. Well, we're at the playoffs, guys. Unless it was the best of 7. I don't even know how we got a style of the game there, to be honest. I like the crowd as well. Like you can see that the same asset. Well, there we go. We lost. I think we are out. Should have gone with the 7 games, shouldn't we? Really. Right. Right, I think I'm going to leave it there for now, guys. I might try the other hockey game later, see if they've got it installed. But thanks for watching, and hope you've enjoyed this bit of nostalgia. Take a look at NHL 94 Rewind.